6 reasons why Shaq was the best player in NBA history. Subscribe to the channel and comment down below saying I subscribe to enter this month's shoutout giveaway. Shaquille O'Neal thinks he's the second greatest player in history of the NBA Finals. There are certainly plenty of discussion to be had there, but it's certainly an amazing list of players. Every single player on that list has won multiple NBA titles and at least one MVP award. So how did Shaq himself react to the post? Number 1. He's humble.
Watch this.
The Hall of Famer took to Instagram and posted a picture that listed the top 10 finals players of all time. O'Neal is second on the list, only behind NBA legend Michael Jordan, who went 6-0 in the finals with the Chicago Bulls. The list also includes LeBron James, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Kevin Durant, Hakeem Olajuwon, Tim Duncan, the late great Kobe Bryant, and Bill Russell. It's always interesting to see what the NBA's all-time greats think of themselves, isn't it? Michael Jordan won't officially come out and say it, but he's long told plenty of people how much better he was than them. LeBron James has zero problem calling himself the greatest player of all time. Kobe Bryant knew he could get into people's heads and constantly reminded them of his skills. But exactly how does Shaq think of himself? Well, we now have somewhat of an answer. Number 2. Dominant player. Shaquille O'Neal was one of the most dominant players in NBA history. Over the course of the 19 NBA seasons with 6 teams, Shaq averaged 23.7 points and 10.9 rebounds per game and acquired an amazing list of accolades. He won the NBA Rookie of the Year in 1993, 1993 with the Orlando Magic and led them to the NBA Finals in his 3rd year. He signed with the Los Angeles Lakers in 1996 and went on to win the MVP in 2000 in the 3 consecutive NBA titles, winning Finals MVP in each series. He won a 4th title with the Miami Heat in 2006. Shaq was a 15-time NBA All-Star, 3-time All-Star Game MVP, a 14-time All-NBA selection, 8 first team, 2 second team, and 3 third team selections, a 2-time scoring champion, and a 3-time All-Defensive selection. He ended his career with 28,596 points. On the all-time scoring list, he was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2016. Number 3. Skills. The worst injustice of Shaq's career was that too many people believed he was only great because he was big. So far from the truth, Shaq can handle the ball well enough to lead the break or unleash a crossover that left opponents in the dust. He could hit jump shot and his teammates with pinpoint with no-look passes. He could spin and slip his 7'1", 300-something pound frame into the lane for hooks and bankers with moves that had nothing to do with pure power. But as he increased the mileage and pounds throughout his career, the public forgot how many tools Shaq had in his toolbox. Size alone didn't make him arguably the best passing big man of his era. Size didn't give him the timing to block more than 2,700 shots. That makes for 7th of all time. Size didn't give him the desire to pull down more than 13,000 rebounds. That's 12th of all time. Size didn't give him the accuracy to score more than 28,000 points. And that's 5th all time. That's 8th all time. Size didn't put him in the career postseason top 5 in points, rebounds, and blocks. 4 NBA championships, 3 finals MVPs, 1 regular season MVP, 3 All-Star Game MVPs, Olympic and World Championship gold medals. If it were as simple as size, Giant Gonzalez would have a spot in the Naismith Hall of Fame. Shaq was one big-ass basketball player, but he was indeed a basketball player. Number 4. Beating the best. One thing currently keeping Dwight Howard off the shortlist of all-time great centers is the idea that he doesn't have a lot of competition in today's NBA. Similarly, Chamberlain's place in history has been somewhat devalued because of a perceived lack of sizable rivals. Shaq never had to worry about that. In his career, he faced Hakeem Olajuwon, David Robinson, Dikembe Mutombo, Patrick Ewing, Alonzo Mourning, Brad Daugherty, Arvydas Sabonis, Ben Wallace, Yao Ming, Dwight Howard. Number 5. Changing the game. Shaq's size 22 footprints are all over the last 2 decades of NBA lore and will remain for at least the next 2 decades. It's no accident that Kobe and Dwayne Wade, and Penny Hardaway almost, reached legendary status while sharing the court with Shaq. Hall of Fame candidates Gary Payton, Glenn Rice, and Mitch Richmond bolstered their resumes with championships thanks to Shaq. Phil Jackson's argument for the best coach of all time is almost impenetrable thanks to Shaq. The Diesel changed the way referees call games. He changed the way coaches draw up defensive game plans. He made the magic. He rejuvenated the Lakers. He brought the Heat to the next level of legitimacy. When you think about it, Shaq actually ushered in the next era of the Big Three and the NBA Super Team. It took the efforts of loaded teams, San Antonio in 2003, Detroit in 2004, to stop what may have been a Russell-like run of a championship domination for Shaq, and those teams laid the foundation for the star-stacked NBA teams we're seeing in 2011. Number 6. Evolution. A couple of weeks ago, I watched a replay of the 1981 NBA Finals, in which Larry Bird Celtics knocked off Moses Malone and the Rockets. Forget about wondering how those Celtics would fare against today's version. I'd venture to say the 81 conference champion Rockets would get mopped by the lottery-lounging 2011 Rockets. No disrespect to the older set, but basketball players today are simply better than they used to be. Just watching that rerun, it looked pretty clear that Moses and Calvin Murphy and crew could not hang with today's NBA teams, which makes it highly unlikely that Wilt and Russell could hang with Shaq, who has some 40 years of evolution on them. Modern medical medicine, advanced nutrition and training philosophies, decades of accumulated basketball knowledge and coaching techniques, plus an amateur basketball system in which the best young players are tested against each other almost year-round through AAU and national regular season schedules. It all equals an evolved sport played by an evolved athlete. It's not that complicated. Why do we have to proclaim Usain Bolt the greatest sprinter of all time? Because the clock says so. Maybe Jesse Owens had a bigger impact on the sport of track and field, and maybe Carl Lewis was a bigger superstar, but Bolt is faster. Bolt is better. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you never miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.